Hi friends, Mario Cavallo here. Welcome to Dragon Quartz Audio. This is the Dragon Quartz Audio reference video, about 10 minutes long, on the Amari LP10MK turntable. In the marketplace, I'd say the closest equivalent is the Rega P3. And what I'm going to do very quickly is go through the main features of the design, including installation, with respect to the sub-platter, the platter design, and of course the tone arm. The other thing that's so important is to recognize the base of a turntable. In the case of this turntable, the craftsmanship is simply top-notch. This turntable weighs 12 kilograms with a 5.6 pound heavy machined aluminum platter. Incredible design and incredible value in the marketplace. So let me show you from the very beginning here how this all works. I'm going to take it all apart. Here is the platter that's coming off, and look at that. Incredible machined aluminum platter. Again, this thing is so heavy, weighs 5-6 pounds. Well, that heavy platter sits on this sub-platter. And this sub-platter, what do? Remove the belt and pick up the sub-platter. This one is super heavy machined, weighs like 1.5 pounds. And it reveals very, very unique feature in the design of the Amari turntable, and that is the magnetic levitation design into the spindle for amazing isolation. And that's what we want from a turntable. We want a turntable to not be there. We want it to not exist. If your platter can be floating in the air, that's the ideal turntable, because that would completely reduce any kind of interference, mechanical interference and resonance, and that's what you've got. The only other turntables in the marketplace offering this magnetic levitation design are minimum $4,000 up to $20,000 by many other manufacturers, including, for example, Macintosh. Their turntable with magnetic floating spindle is $8,500. Here is your motor structure. The motor structure is mounted on a rubber ring to further isolate it from the platter. But again, from the console, you are looking at a very heavy, thick wood base. Again, total weight of this turntable, 12 kilograms. So when you first receive it, cork's right there. You remove the cork from the spindle, from the hole. Here's your lubricating oil. You put 2-3 drops of oil down there. Okay? And we just reverse what I just did. Notice this spindle. This spindle is not plastic, it is ceramic. Plastic doesn't float in a magnet field. Ceramic does. It just goes right in there. Now look at that. Unbelievable. Your platter is floating. It's not on a spring. That's not a spring. That's magnetic. It's floating in the air. Pretty amazing. We're going to put the main platter... Oh, sorry. Before we put the main platter back on, we're just going to put the belt on. There we go. Fine, very nice. Beautiful. Platter. I think I left the cork on. Did I leave the cork under there? What did I just do? Yeah, there's the cork. There's the platter. There's the pad. The second thing that's so important about any turntable is the tone arm. Let's talk about this tone arm. There's no other tone arm in the world like this from any manufacturer. Amari is China's premier high-end audiophile turntable manufacturer. This is their own proprietary tone arm. This LP10 turntable sells for approximately $900 here in China. The other turntable that I'm featuring, and is my number one recommendation, is the LP16, which has a completely different futuristic design. It looks like a spaceship floating, pure cast aluminum. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you'll see that in another video. Then you have Amari's LP20, LP30, 32. I think they have an LP40. The LP16, I sell it for $1,480, $1,500 price point. I believe it's the best, most unique value in turntables worldwide, because no other turntable with this magnetic levitation technology is available for less than $4,000. I think the clear audio concept might be one that's around $2,500 by Clear Audio. This turntable tone arm, the entire structure of it, is found on every Amari turntable. It's found on this $900 turntable. It's the exact same tone arm found on the LP16 and on the LP20 and the LP30. These are $4,000, $5,000 turntables. So Amari must be confident in their tone arm. This is the same tone arm that they put on their $5,000 table, which, by the way, is a beast. It's a giant, triple-layered console that's about this tall. It's absolutely incredible. Okay, so I can only say to you, I can't compare it to other well-known tone arms that are out there. I can't make that comparison test. I can only tell you that apparently Amari knows this is a very, very good tone arm. They certainly wouldn't put it on their $5,000 turntable if it wasn't. And no one's ever complained about it when they bought it. They love Amari turntables. I've sold several LP10MKs overseas. No one's ever complained. They sound fabulous. They have one job, and that is to be so heavy and to isolate resonance and sound and noise so that the only thing happening is what's happening through the cartridge. Now let's talk about the cartridge. The Amari turntable essentially comes with no cartridge. It comes with an 1895E, which is a $20 inexpensive, very well known, very good sounding budget cartridge. Why would they do that? Well, they do that only as a courtesy to their customers. They know that anyone who is going to buy an Amari turntable, even the LP10MK, they're intending immediately on putting their own choice of much higher quality cartridge. You're obviously not going to buy a $1,500 turntable with an 1895E $20 cartridge. They just put it in there as a dummy cartridge. You can listen to it right away. But very quickly, any buyer who has the kind of money to buy a $1,500 or $3,000 or more turntable obviously has their own idea in mind for putting a much higher quality cartridge on their turntable. So the 1895E is out. In my case, I'm on a bit of a budget still, $125. I upgraded to the Nagauka MP110, and it definitely is a better sounding cartridge than the 1895E. You might be looking at the Ortofon Blue, or Ortofon Gold, or Black, or other higher Nagauka models, and many, many other cartridges out there. My next upgrade is going to be to the Gold Ring 1042, which I'm going to put on my new LP16. And that's a tremendous upgrade. It's a $400 cartridge, $450, I think. And that's a tremendous upgrade up from the MP110. Guys, that's all the main points that I wanted to make to you in this video. The LP10MK is, I would call Amari's entry-level audiophile turntable. It offers tremendous isolation, low background noise, because of all the features and design that I've just explained to you. That was the purpose of this video, and I thank you very much for your time, and I wish you a fantastic day.